Hello and welcome. As you probably guessed, I am MotherAzure Break and also going Maria. I am back again with another pick a card, and this one is going to be about the nutrition for your soul. If you haven't, I don't know how I'm going to title it yet, but basically it's going to be about what your soul needs right now to grow, expand, or just feel a little bit better, right? So yes, I do have a little bit of a different setup, and you probably noticed if you've been here before that I don't have my intro anymore. I actually lost it. I deleted it on accident, and I haven't gotten around to make a new one, to be honest, or even try to cut it out of old videos. So, and I also made this. So we're changing it up a little bit here. Let me know if you like that, because I think it's really pretty, but I'm not sure how it looks in the camera until I'm done. You are now closer to me as well, so I'm probably going to be able to show you the cards closer. So, win. So, without further ado, let's get into the pile. So, for pile 1, we have the avocado with the Tarot of Durer. For pile 2, we have the Arcana Tarot with the dragon fruit. And for pile 3, we have Tarot del Toro with the strawberry. Hello, with pile 1 with the avocado. This is your reading. So I didn't mention this in the beginning, but I drew these, but the point of these is that I actually saw them in a meditation. And the theme, the question for today's reading, I also got it through a meditation. So the actual food that you chose for the reading may actually help you in some way. So if you want to look into like the spiritual meaning or just like the general health benefit of avocados, you can do that. I'm just gonna put the little avocado right there. So you chose this. I already have Oracle picked out, but I'm gonna get into your tarot first. So let's see, what do you need? What does your soul need to grow or expand right now, or just to feel a little bit better? Okay, let's see. I'm trying to incorporate the shuffling into my videos because I feel like some people don't really trust when you have pre-picked cards, so at least I want to have these. So you got the 4 of Wands. Let me see where that gets picked up. Sorry. Can you pick it up, camera? Can that be done? Huh? Doesn't want to. Anyway. So let's see what else. I'm gonna get at least 3 cards for you. So, ooh, my goodness. 3 of Swords. So here's the thing. I don't read reversals, but you got the 3 of Swords in reverse. And I'm gonna leave it like that. I don't shuffle reversals into my deck. But when they do come out like this, I, leave them be. And let's get one more, please. For pile 1, what else does their soul need right now? 3 of Pentacles upright. Okay. So I'm going to put this right there. And I think I'm actually going to get your Oracle just once and for all to get it. So these are your Oracle. So you got Attraction, which is number 44, the Supermoon. Interesting. And then you got number 12, Waxing Gibbous 3 for some reason, and Boundaries. So this is not one of my decks. I rarely use it, but it felt right for this reading, and I really see the pattern coming up here. So there is definitely a theme here about relationships, to be honest, because we do have that 4 of Wands. A 4 of Wands can signify many things. Between one of them, it's celebration. So maybe your soul right now needs you to celebrate your achievements or just where you are at in life right now, regardless of the situations. But with that 3 of Swords in reverse, it's telling me that you have had your share of painful experiences, probably heartbreak, maybe a lot of struggles in relationships, and you have had enough of that. So your soul really needs a break from that. And to actually start building something solid. So if you are in a relationship right now, and you are not feeling satisfied, or you are having a lot of issues in it, your soul, it's technically, it needs, I'm hearing peace, because I don't know how well you can see that Four of Swords. I tried to bring it closer, but it didn't really work, so I don't know how close I actually need to get to the camera. I am gonna try, though, to, you know, make it so it actually tries to pick it up. I think... Well, I'm gonna keep talking. I don't know how well you can see that whatsoever, like... But in that Four of Swords, that depiction of this Four of Swords is actually pretty non-conventional for most decks, because in the Four of Wands, what the fuck am I saying? You know what? I almost wanted to restart the reading. I'm gonna be completely fucking honest with you. So, the Four of Wands, I keep saying Four of Swords, so definitely that rest thing. I don't know why I'm saying Four of Swords, because it's obviously the fucking Four of Wands. Sorry about that. For some reason, I'm struggling in your reading. It's like I can't stay focused on it, which is strange. But in this depiction, like, the couple is arguing, right? Which is not like the traditional depiction of the Four of Wands, because it's usually celebration, right? But the couple here, the man is screaming at the woman, and the woman actually looks, she doesn't exactly look sad. She looks kind of like she's almost dissociating. Maybe like she's not actually listening to him. Like that's actually what it looks like. So if you're in a relationship right now where you feel like maybe you're having a lot of issues with your I'm hearing spouse, you don't have to be married, but that's the word that came up. Maybe you're actually married to this person. Your soul is craving peace. Now, I'm not going to tell you what to do in your personal relationships. You can always, try to talk it out, to communicate with them. But if it's something where you have both tried, many, many times to fix things, or it's just being too long since things have been this way, maybe neither of you are happy, maybe considering taking a break or actually breaking up wouldn't be a bad idea. Again, I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm simply telling you what I'm seeing here, because it's like I'm feeling like a lot of distress almost. No, if it's not, because I keep getting like it definitely feels like dissociating. Like even right now, I actually feel like you are like it's just so much that you've learned to kind of detach from it, but it doesn't make it any less painful when you come back down, If that is the case for you, take it. If not, I'm also seeing here that maybe you are, like I said, in a relationship. I'll get to the singles in a bit, in a moment. And maybe it's not that you're having fights, is that maybe there's not as much attraction there as it once, not as much as you had before. Or, and it's not making you feel satisfied, and you actually need more. If you are single and you're watching this, what I'm going to say for the single people applies for everyone else that's in here. You need love. You literally need it. You need to feel wanted. You need to feel loved. That's what I'm feeling like you need here. I'm not even looking at the cards right now. I'm literally looking forward. And your soul is craving that. So your soul doesn't want this anymore. Like, you see how they emphasize this Three of Swords in reverse. Like, no more of this. Your soul really needs some it's healing. You need time to heal. You can't keep taking the stabs, the pain. You can't keep taking that. You need to take some time for yourself. Remember how I said like Four of Swords 75 times? I don't even know how many times I said it. I know I said Four of Swords, which is, like I said, rest. So you really do need a break. So up to you how you're gonna be able to do that in your own life, depending on your situation, because this is a general reading. But with this boundaries card, again, that's very clear. You need some boundaries. Now, boundaries are incredibly important in all relationships, but especially in romantic relationships, of any magnitude. So maybe you have like this person, or even you yourself, are not respecting boundaries for each other. Like, not respecting a boundary could be, as bad as as forcing someone to do something they clearly don't want to do. But sometimes crossing a boundary is it could be talking about a specific topic that makes the other person feel bad, even though you know that's the case, you know. So it really does depend here. But the boundaries, it's to keep a. I'm trying to think how I'm gonna put this into words. Boundaries are there to protect yourself. They are not bad. It's like, if something makes you uncomfortable, you set a boundary with people to say, don't talk about this, and don't do this because it makes me uncomfortable and I feel bad. Okay, and that's very important in a romantic relationship, because there's like, I can't, like, I don't know why I can't. It's like, how do I even explain it? It's like something towards the in the back of my head. Like, there's something in the back of my head, not literally, but it's like focus is elsewhere. And I don't know, I don't think this is me specifically, because I was fine before I started it, you know. But it's like something keeps pulling you back. Like, if you are in a relationship and that's why it's coming up, it's like, you know, that you probably should take a break or have a talk about this, but something keeps pulling you back or pulling your attention back, right? And it's like, you can't, maybe it's literally happening right now. Maybe you have been interrupted while you're watching this several times, you know? And it's I mean, I don't even need to tell you that it's not healthy for you. I am noting here 2 sets of repeating numbers. You know, you have the 44 and the 33. You may want to look into those, to be honest, you know, apart from the reading, because they may have some additional messages for you. But the attraction here, I'm trying to look at, the image. There's a woman just sitting there. She's waiting. So it's like, maybe you're waiting for the things that you want to come in. Maybe you're waiting for your needs to be met, for you to be, to feel as loved as you need to be, as loved as you need to feel. But it's like, it's not getting there yet, or the people that are in your life that should be loving you or should be, attracted to you, and being good to you are not exactly doing that right now, with this boundaries card. And it's really affecting you on a, physical, emotional, psychological level, including, your soul, right? You need to feel safe with this, with the boundaries card. This woman is inside like a bubble. It's breaking, but she's inside the bubble because she needs, it's her safety. We all have that one place or that one moment where we retreat back into ourselves for the sake of safety. Sometimes safety looks like a person. Sometimes it looks like, just laying in bed and being alone. It can look like, I don't know, going to talk to a friend. It can look like many things, but it's feeling safe. But with boundaries being crossed, you're not feeling safe, and your soul can't expand and grow, or just or you can't go walk into your full potential if you're being bothered by this, because it's very, very distracting. It's like, I'm seeing like a snowball, rolling down a hill. You know how it builds up. That's what it feels like. It's like something that's been building up for a long time. I actually heard a sigh. Like you're tired. Your soul is tired. You are tired, right? And you really don't deserve to be going through this. I said I only wanted 3 cards, but I'm actually gonna get a few more cards for you. I really wanna see. You got the 8 of Swords. Like I said, it's like, you are exhausted. But the most important thing with the 8 of Swords is that every time I say anything, I go back 4 of Swords, and I don't know why. The thing with the 8 of Swords is that you feel trapped. You feel, it's an imprisonment of your own mind. But that's the thing. You're not actually truly trapped. You're keeping yourself trapped there because it's like you don't feel like you have control over it. And now you may not have control over other people's actions. So if this is being caused by someone else, you can't really control them, but you can control you, how you respond and how much you're willing to take. It's, you're in control of your boundaries. Setting your boundaries is up to you, right? And keeping them there, and requiring this person to respect your boundaries. If they don't respect them, then you're out of there. If someone keeps messing with your boundaries, first of all, they have a lot to learn still, but you deserve that respect. Okay, so I want to get one more card at least, or two, for you. I don't know why, I just want to tell you more here. Like I said, I only plan on getting 3 cards, but the 10 of Swords, like, are you seeing this shit? I'm hearing like there's nothing to salvage here. This is probably not the message that you want to hear. Maybe it is, but maybe it's not, because endings are very painful. Like the 10 of Swords is a painful ending, right? But it's kind of like, it's painful, but it's necessary. But with the 10 of Swords is like, I see it as like irreversible, damage. It's done. Like there's nothing else to do here. And they're actually showing me the 10 of Swords from another one of my decks that I'm not using, but they showed me it. And in that card, the depiction of the 10 of Swords is actually a funeral. Like so it's not that you're gonna die or that they're gonna die, but it's like the ending of a situation and it's not reversible. You got 2 more cards. You got the 5 of Pentacles and then the Knight of Swords. So this deck is a very harsh deck. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest, this is my harsh deck, but it really wanted to be here. Yeah, so this is just emphasizing what I said with the 5 of Pentacles. This feeling of not being safe, of being left out in the cold. Maybe the boundaries card can also be talking about if maybe there's someone specific in your life that is very closed off, very cold towards you, and they're setting those boundaries actually to protect themselves. They may have gone through trauma. Now take this as it resonates, but they're keeping you out and you actually need the love. So I don't want you, if that's the case for you, because I don't think it's coming up, it's not a coincidence that it's coming up. Maybe you're with someone who's like very avoidant in their attachment style, and they run or they push you away, or maybe it's just someone that is not emotionally available completely to you, but you love them, and maybe you feel like you have a responsibility to be there, even though that's hurting you. You don't have to. Okay, so if you're here in this reading and this is all resonating with you, or at least part of it, like the main message here, like you need to let go. Like this needs to end because it's not bringing you joy, it's not bringing you happiness, it's not letting you move forward. And I mean, this Knight of Swords, for me, it's a really good card. You may actually... Okay. So the decision to end whatever the situation is, either you or someone else gonna take that decision very impulsively. So maybe there could be some... I'm just warning you that it could be impulsive, or maybe it's gonna just be fast. But when I say impulsive, the reason I say that I'm warning you is because sometimes when we do things impulsively, we may regret them later, and they don't want you to go through that. So this is something that needs to be thought about hard. Okay, I have a lot of Swords energy here, more than anything. Look, I just said that I have a lot of Swords energy. I was gonna put this that way. That's the Ace of Swords. So this is actually taking there's a new beginning. So this is the 10 of Swords. You have that ace, which is the beginning. Okay, so it's a new beginning. It doesn't mean that you have to, if this is with a person, doesn't mean you have to break up with them. Maybe you guys actually communicate, because Swords actually represent communication as well. But it could also be just the ending of it, completely, and just a new beginning, a fresh start for you and for this other person. But like your soul, what she... Oh, I'm just gonna leave it here. I said she. It's because I'm looking at women. You don't have to be a woman. What it needs the most right now is this moment of rest, that we're away from this turmoil, and eventually to get out of it completely, because it's keeping you stuck, and that's not letting you live up to your full potential, and not even letting you have the joy that you deserve to have in your life. So the boundaries and the attraction, and I didn't mention this before, I pre-shuffled these, right? So the cards for each group, this one, they came up first, but they flipped on me, so I put them back, but then they came out again. Like, I'm not even kidding, they came up for like each group. Like, these came out first, like the second time around, and then this one flipped again and it just came back. Like, it came back. It's the same card, so I just left it there, right? So this one is arguably probably the most important card in your reading, because again, it's not a coincidence. So the boundaries are needed, and when you set these boundaries, then you're gonna be able to actually attract what you it's not that you can't attract what you deserve right now. That's not the message. Like, that's how it came through, but that's not the energy of it. It's like, when you set your boundaries, the people the people that are overstepping these boundaries, they're not going to be able to come through anymore, because you are not letting them, with these strict boundaries. And the only thing that's going to be able to filter through are the things that you are attracting. Okay, there's always people that are going to try to push you, but you really have to if you really set your foot down, they can't come in whatsoever. They don't have to be in your life if they don't make you happy. Whatever doesn't make you happy, or at least brings you peace, doesn't have to have a spot in your life. Okay. I almost feel like that's the main message. I want to get a charm for you. I didn't plan on getting a charm, but I will, because it's, I feel like it's necessary. So I'm just gonna get something here. There's something stuck on the hook. Can I have one more? No. Okay. The ballerina. Oh, I love that. Okay. So, you have the little hook. This is probably going to be the longest reading. So, yeah. The hook, I see it as something that's keeping you, something that hooked you. It's like you're almost stuck, like a fish on a hook, right? So, there's still time, though, to, set yourself free from it with this ballerina. For me, the ballerina represents a lot of freedom, a lot of artistic accountability is coming through, but specifically, the freedom of the movement, right? So it's painful, though, like being a ballerina. So I really do see here that for you, for yourself to grow and expand right now, you need to get out of the situation, but you actually can do it. It's gonna be painful, but you can 100% do it. Okay. And I feel like you're really going to be successful. Like, whatever the outcome is, whatever the decision you take is, as long as you take it knowing that it's going to be the best for you and for your soul, it's the right decision. Okay? I'm hearing the song Woman by Doja Cat in my head right now. So maybe that's significant for you. I just wanted to mention it before, I ended your reading. But this Four of Wands, like, this is not a bad card whatsoever, but the way it's coming through. But I wanted to mention this one because if this resonated with you in terms of an actual relationship that you're in right now, or a situationship, or whatever it is, this card for me is also like a promise of something better in the future, because this card can, in some instances, represent marriage, right? But it doesn't mean that it has to be with this one person that you're with, or with like whoever is in your life right now. I do see it as a promise, though. Like, there's an ability to there's still a chance in the future, especially with this attraction card. So, but like, the main thing that you need here is to get out of that this place, this moment in your life to get out of it, but you have to make the conscious choice to do that. Okay, so you have to take the sword and actually take action yourself, because if you stay doing nothing, you're just gonna stay right where you are, and that's not nourishing you. Okay, put yourself first. All right, so that's all I have for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Thursday at 12 p.m. EST and occasionally on Sundays. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you want. I do all of my updates up at the channel over there, and I also put up some occasional readings. If you want to buy me a coffee, there's my Venmo, my Cash App in the description down below. It is never expected, but it is always very appreciated. I wish you the best of luck on your journey and much love to you. Bye bye. Hello, people, pile 2 with the dragon fruit and the Arcana Tarot. That is your reading. I'm just going to put your dragon fruit right there. So I'm going to be shuffling on camera to see what your soul needs to grow, expand, what nutrition you need right now. I also have some oracle, which I'm going to put up later. It's pre-picked, so I already picked that before I shuffled before. So let's get into your cards. For some reason I heard like, it's not that I heard it. It's like, sometimes I get, I'm claircognizant, so sometimes I get information, I'm like, oh, I heard, but I didn't actually hear it. But it's like, I know that I heard it. It's super weird. I can't even, but it's like, it's a very bubbly energy. Like the actual word bubbly is what comes to mind. So maybe one of my friends is watching this. Hi, Bubbles. But if that's you, I'm gonna be shook. But it's like very happy, lighthearted energy. I feel like your soul, you have a very, it's not that you don't have an old soul, but it's like very playful, very childlike. So very pure energy I'm feeling here. So that's your first card. You got the 4 of Pentacles. I'm going to try to get 3. What does your soul need right now? All right. Oop. There we go. 10 of Cups. I love that. All right. What else? One more, please. The Hierophant. All right. I'm going to get your oracle and just place it right here already, So your oracle is, you got, oh my God, I suck at pronouncing that word. Sovereignty? What the this card, Queen of the Moon, is card number 41. So this is the Queen of the Moon Oracle. So this is like the actual card that has the name on it. I literally can't pronounce whatever that word is. Assuming you can see it. I don't know. And then you got card number 26, Waning Crescent, Surrender. Yeah. So you see that bubbly energy? This right here. So literally commit to your happiness right here. Remember what I said about like the bubbly energy, right? There is something closed off here. Like in the beginning, I have this 4 of Pentacles. The 4 of Pentacles, I interpret it in many ways, but one of them is like being closed off in some way, or kind of playing it safe, because there's some sort of underlying insecurity, right? But with this card, with the energy that I'm feeling, I feel like it's very possible that your soul could be, you could have like a very playful, like I said, a very playful, very pure soul, but you keep that in, so you don't really share it with other people. So maybe what's coming through the most is your inner child, or at least that childlike energy of your soul, because it needs to be expressed, but it's not expressed as often or ever, and it's very creative. It's very full of energy, full of life, but I feel like it's been tuned down in the past, before, and what it really needs is this to be expressed. Like I completely forgot that this card had like a rainbow. The 10 of Cups traditionally has a rainbow, but I didn't even notice that this version of the card had even a rainbow, but the rainbow here is forming like a full circle. So this is full happiness all around every cycle. Okay, now being happy all the time is not realistic. You know, I don't think anyone can be happy 100% of the time, but it's actually, like I said, committing to your happiness, you know, putting yourself first in that sense. Like, a big thing for you could be asking, does this right now make me happy? Like, I feel like a good rule of thumb for you here would be whatever situation, maybe a conversation or like a relationship or whatever it is that you're in, like, the rule of thumb would be, do you feel safe enough to share this more childlike and pure version of you that you keep down? That's coming through. I just want to mention it. But it's like with this card, it's this need to fully step into yourself, but it could be into your power, literally, but it's also accepting this part of you and allowing it to come out to play. That's literally how it's coming through. But apart from that, into your power. So here's the thing. If you are repressing this part of you, that's like a huge, at least it's coming through like it's a huge aspect of who you are and of your soul. You're not really stepping fully into your power because you're still repressing that. And this is like such a beautiful energy, in my opinion. Even with this Hierophant right here, like I said, it doesn't mean that you have a young soul. It's just this quality, okay? Because with the Hierophant, if I'm being honest, the Hierophant is very, in my opinion, it's very old, like, to be honest. It's quite kind of rigid in some way, or at least I see it like that. This is Taurus energy. It's also Venusian energy. I don't know why I'm mentioning that, but anyway, you could be a Taurus. But it could be kind of like a facade. I don't know why it's coming through like that. It's like very, like I said, it feels like you're keeping this aspect of your soul down. It really wants to come out because I can't seem to talk about anything else. Also with, I mean, literally it says surrender. This is surrendering to, I hope you can see that card because it's so beautiful. Because this person right here, they're closing their eyes and allowing this light, which is coming from the stars, I think, to shine on them. But this is fully accepting, right? And you can't really be in an energy of acceptance while you're keeping this part of yourself down, right? And I feel like the reason you're doing this could be because you felt unsafe sharing it in the past. Maybe you were criticized by it, and if that was the case, there's probably something you need to heal there, before this part of you can shine through. But it's so important. I forgot to mention that in the beginning. This fruit that you chose, this little drawing thing that I made, it could also be talking about a fruit that can help you with this. So if you want to look into the properties, like spiritual properties, or maybe in just the health properties of dragon fruit, it would be a good idea for you to do that, because like I said, it's not a coincidence. This was shown to me in a meditation, like the question that we were going to be asking today, and the little food things I put up for each pile. So it could be for you. So, look it up if you're interested. So let me get something else here for you. Maybe just more clarification or anything else that wants to come through for you. Ooh. This is the 9 of Pentacles. I love that. This is tying in very well with this card, because the 9 of Pentacles is about it feels like it's accomplished, like you have accomplished a lot by yourself. I don't care if you even if the 9 of Pentacles is associated with career, I don't care if you are not accomplished in your career necessarily. This is talking about something you have accomplished by taking action. I was thinking about that today. This card actually came through in a similar context for me today. But it's like, for me personally, I'm giving you this so it can give you an idea of what I mean by that. For me, this card came through, telling me to kind of celebrate or be grateful for the progress that I've made as a result of me taking action to make my mental health better, or just to preserve my mental health, or just take care of myself. And that's actually, and those are actions that I'm taking that have paid off. So this is like actions that you're taking that have paid off in some way. It could be similar to that, but it doesn't have to be about money. I do want to mention it because pentacles are usually just associated with money. It's pretty obvious, right? So that's what the card is mainly talking about. It's like you have everything you need right now. I feel like you are, despite this energy of being closed off, that you are now in a place, or at least at a point in your life where you are stable enough to let this part of you shine through. But you're not doing it because you don't feel safe doing it completely. Not because the setting you're in is not safe, but because you don't, intrinsically feel safe as a result of whatever happened in the past. But this about, I feel like you feel like, even if I'm telling you, like, I feel like you knew before I even told you that you needed this, because it's like it's been in the back of your mind for a while. It's been you've been feeling it before. Maybe you recently did something that you felt was very childish, like, why would I do that? I haven't done that since I was a kid, or something like that. That's coming through. So take it if it's for you. Can I have one more? Just one more. Ooh. The Five of Pentacles. Yeah, see, that's what I say about not feeling exactly safe. So you got the Queen of Wands, Five of Pentacles. So, like, despite everything, see, this is coming through in a very specific way. So, if you've been feeling unsafe expressing this part of you as a result, like I said, of someone criticizing you when you were younger about this, or in the recent past or whatever, like, even despite not having support from other people around you to be the way you are, just to do the things that you do, it was kind of like, okay, if you're not gonna support me, if you're not gonna be here for me, I'm gonna do this for myself, or at least that's the energy that you need to be in right now. Because if someone else didn't accept you for who you were fully, with all the quirks and the bad aspects, or whatever you want to call it, that's their problem. Like, that's literally how it's coming through. I'm really channeling right now with that. It's like, that's their problem. Like, it's a reflection of them, not exactly you, because I don't really feel like this is a bad energy. On the contrary, it's a really, really good energy. It's really sweet and happy. And I think that it's incredibly sad that people kind of stopped you from being like this, because it's amazing in my opinion. I was actually a bit like that when I was younger, and it didn't, but I feel like you have really come, like you've come a long way, and it's saying, like, okay, you are safe now, like you can express this part of yourself now, and whatever they told you is like, it's not true. I feel like some people could have told you that you were annoying. I'm mostly channeling, I'm not even looking at the cards. Holy shit, I'm seeing like so many scenes play out in my head right now. It's coming through so strong. You have such a strong energy, and it's beautiful. They may have told you were annoying, or that, or you were told to, just grow the fuck up, or, why are you acting like that? Are you a child? Like, you're too old for this, or, that you are so naive, or something like that. It's like, it's coming through with like a lot of comments that other people have made, but this is not coming through like you treating yourself this way. Like, you could definitely engage in negative self-talk, but it's coming more through like you repressing this, but you're not exactly attacking yourself. So even despite that, like this part of you is still so strong because you didn't like actually beat it down completely. You just suppressed it a little bit and not showed everyone else, right? So like really what you need the most is to realize that you're safe right now, right? And know that whatever they said was a fucking lie. I don't care what they said, okay? And they were just bitter with themselves, or maybe they just didn't get it, and that's fine. You don't have to live by their standards or live up to their expectations. You are you. And by realizing that and allowing yourself to fully express this, a lot of good things are going to be coming your way. You're going to feel so fulfilled and so happy. So really just surrender to it, because like I said, I feel like you have been feeling, you know, the call to go back to being this way that you were, even if not fully, because, you know, people change and they grow, but this part of you is still very much alive, right? Because you have you know that it's been, you know, coming up. It's, you know, that you need it. So all you really need to do is to surrender to it. I'm gonna get a little charm for you because I did it for the first group as well. So just something else, anything else you want to say? Anything else their soul needs? Just one. Oh my god. Well, that wasn't one. Sorry about that. That was loud. So you got the Taurus. See, I mentioned Taurus. The Taurus charm. You could be a Taurus. That's coming through. Taurus is like, I didn't even notice, like, because I was talking so much, I was channeling so much, that Taurus actually has to do with comfort, like literally with comfort, especially like physical comfort. So maybe you are really needing right now, maybe just to get like a weighted blanket, or just do like a blanket for, or just something to make you feel physically comfortable for this side to come out. You're right. And then you got You Are My Sunshine. I love this so much. That really is like that song. Even though it's a pretty sad song, it's very happy in terms of the tune of the song. And I feel like this is literally, it's your energy. So it's so sweet. It's amazing. What the fuck? I was so focused on these that I didn't even notice that these fell out. So you got the sun card, the sun charm, which is technically the sun charm. What the fuck, man? It just keeps flying everywhere. And you have this other charm. It's a depiction of the Virgin Mary with Jesus, which I think is very appropriate in terms of this. This could have come from a mother, but not necessarily. I do want to mention it though. Again, this is about safety. It's about oh my god. Maybe you're gonna be needing to reparent yourself, to be honest. But with this sun charm, like I said, is the equivalent for me of the sun card. And you even got this 10 of cups. So I do see something very, very, very happy here. I feel like it's very much possible. So maybe incorporating a little bit more of this comfort, like physical comfort, into your life, healthily, of course, into your life, and allowing yourself to literally be the little baby in the sun card, like the Rider-Waite tarot, like the little baby on the sun card. You okay? I'm not calling you a baby. That's like the energy. Like you need it's if you allow yourself to be like that, to let your more playful side to come out and play here and there. When it feels safe enough, it's really gonna help you expand and move more into your power. Because to be honest, it feels like it's the main thing that. Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. That it's actually stopping you from being your authentic self 100%, right? And it's like it's overdue. That's what's it's coming through like that. Like it's long overdue. Like this should have, you saw it coming, and it's here. Like it's telling you, it's calling out to you. So yeah, that's it. So that's all I have for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Thursday at 12 p.m. EST and occasionally on Sundays. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you want. I do all of my updates about the channel over there, and I also post some readings occasionally. If you want to buy me a coffee, I have my Venmo and my Cash App in the description down below. It is never expected, but it's always very appreciated. I wish you the best of luck on your journey and much, much love to you. Bye-bye. Hello, pile 3 with the strawberry. This is your readings. I'm going to put your strawberry right there. I didn't mention this in the beginning, but I got the question for today's reading and the little food things I put for the piles through a meditation. So if you want to look into the spiritual meaning or just the spiritual properties or just the health benefits of strawberries, you can look into them. They may be for you, like they may be actually helpful for you in some way. So did want to mention that. Now I have Oracle right here that is pre-picked already. I am going to shuffle your tarot on camera though. So let's see, what does your soul need right now? I wanted to say that, like, even before I press record, I've had like record for your reading. I've had the what's it called? It's like the song from Encanto, Luisa's song, which is like Under the Surface. Is it Under the Surface or Under Pressure? What's it called? That song. Like, if you don't know what it is, if you've never heard it, which is you probably heard, like, to be honest, because like everyone has heard it at this point. I just, type in Luisa Encanto Under the Surface or something like that, whatever it's called. It will come up. It will 100% come up. So let's see where soul needs right now a break. Like, just based off that song. I wanted to get 3 cards. Should I? Okay, fine. 4. So you got 4. That's fine. Let's see. I usually don't take them if they come up in like a bulk, that way, but they did, so I'm taking them. So you got the 8 of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the 6 of Wands, and the King of Swords. You got a King of Cups. You got a King and a Queen, so they are a pair. Now let's get your Oracle. You got Protection, which is number 24, Waning Crescent. And number 14, Waxing Gibbous, which is Focus. I was gonna say, like, I was gonna finish my thought of that song. When I said rest, it's like in the song she is saying like, it's pressure. It's like pressure that keeps building up, pressure from expectations from other people, expectations that were placed on her by her family specifically. So maybe you will resonate with that song. If you do, this is 100% for you. It's just very like putting on this strong facade when you're actually pretty terrified on the inside, or if not terrified, it's like just very, very tired, but you feel like you can't give up, you can't take a break, because because you are supposed to be the strong one, you're supposed to be the the protector, literally the protector. I was watching a TikTok and someone was being like that Luisa was like the protector of the family, and you got the protection card, which is interesting to me. So maybe you have like a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, and maybe those have been placed there by people in your life. The fact that you got a queen and a king, like, there's so many ways I could interpret this. I could literally interpret this as a relationship. It could be a relationship, but it's not exactly coming through like that. This coming through as 2 aspects of you, mostly. I am going to acknowledge that it could be talking about a relationship though. But there's a disconnect here of some sort, because if you see here, you have I don't know why I'm seeing it like that, but there's like this card is in the middle, right, of these 2. So there's like a disconnect between this queen and the king energy, right? The Queen of Swords, it's air energy, but the Queen of Swords is very very sharp, very cutting with her words though. Someone that is very, very strong, but very ready for battle, literally. she will cut you, like, no matter what. And I feel like that really fits the theme of the song, especially because we have this king right here. So it's the King of Cups. The King of Cups is supposed to be someone that is very connected with his emotions. It's a king, that's why I'm saying his. Someone who is sensitive, who is emotionally expressive, being a king, already emotionally mature, right? But I feel like I said, there's a disconnect between these two, and I feel like you specifically embody this energy most of the time, especially because we have this Eight of Swords right here. It's like feeling stuck in this role, and the thing that your soul needs the most right now, I feel like it's to get out of this for a little bit. Like I said, the rest thing, we have the Six of Wands, which the Six of Wands is literally a soldier coming from battle, like on the Rider-Waite's tarot. It represents victory, but he also just came from battle. Like the soldier just came from battle. There's victory, there's celebration, but he's probably gonna go home and rest, right? To be honest, and that's how I'm seeing it. But there's this need for self-nurture specifically. This king specifically in this depiction of the king is filling up his own cup, or at least that's how I'm seeing it. So this is like, maybe you have so much responsibility over other people that you haven't had time to actually nurture yourself and care for yourself in a while, and you really need that right now. You have the Focus card, which I would say focus is another word that I would use to describe this Queen of Swords, because the Queen of Swords is not a bad energy. I'm just seeing like the more shadow aspect of it right now. But it's like this need to, it's not that you need to stop embodying this energy 100% of the time, you know, forever, but it's like, it's embodying the positive sides of both of these, because the King of Swords, like if I'm looking at the shadow aspects of the King of Swords, it could be someone that's you know, maybe emotionally manipulative, someone who could be very emotional almost to a fault, right? Maybe someone who is also, who can be over how do I say this, like that could drown in their own emotions if they're not careful. So if like both, all of these cards have positives and negatives, right? But I don't know why, but this card is coming through as a balance. There's a balance between this energy. Like this disconnect shouldn't really exist, if I'm being honest. Like I'm seeing it almost like this. Like these two energies, they're both part of you, and it's almost like a balance between the feminine and masculine aspects of people. When I say feminine and masculine, I'm referring to yin and yang. They're usually, you know, it's like a two extremes of the same spectrum, right? They're supposed to both be in balance. So you should have a balance of those two inside yourself. So active energy versus receptive energy, masculine versus feminine, light versus dark, whatever. So I feel like this would make sense to you. Like I don't have another way to explain it. It's like this disconnect has to go. Like it just has to go. Because that disconnect and embodying one energy more than the other is making you feel trapped with this Eight of Swords right here. And it's like you're feeling exhausted, if I'm being honest. Or at least that's how it's coming through. With this protection card, there's a woman in a nest. So like I said, this self-nurture thing, but it's like she's just lipping, like, and this bird is just carrying her over. So it's like she is just resting and letting herself be carried over where she needs to go. And it's part of, it's not that you need to give something up to anyone, like let them do your job or let them do what you need to do. Like it's good to rely on other people, but I'm not telling you to just stop and leave, you know, your responsibilities to someone else, because maybe you're not able to do that. That's not what I'm telling you. But it's more like trying to find a moment in your day every day or like whenever you can to self-nurture, because there's really a need for that right here. Let me get some more cards for you before I get into the charms. Let me see. Okay. What does pile 3's soul need right now? The Empress. See, she literally has a baby. Like, so like I'm saying, maybe it's not that you can get rid of like your responsibilities, because it's not exactly realistic to say, oh, just let go of his responsibilities, or you got the World card. But the Empress, even though she has a baby, like literally, which is something she needs, like it's a child. She needs to nurture the child. She needs to take care of the child, right? But she has enough. The thing with the Empress is that she's so abundant that she has enough for herself and everyone else, right? Or whoever she chooses to give things to, right? So are you really nurturing yourself? That's like the main thing that's coming through here. And nurturing yourself could look like you got 2 cards. So could look like, you know, if you're maybe on some type of diet and you are literally losing your will to live because of the diet, it could look like allowing yourself to have a scoop of ice cream. It could look like taking time to process your emotions, to let go of your, to just let yourself feel the tension in your body. It could be going to get a massage. It could be doing like a yoga routine for sleep, for anxiety reduction, or something like that. It could look like many things. They don't really have to be. It's not overindulgence. It's doing something that you really need, and that you deserve. Like it could look like anything to self-nurture. So you got the Fool and the Knight of Wands. These two, they almost don't feel related to any of this for some reason. But the Fool is a new beginning. And I'm literally seeing this with like a lighter load. We were talking about the Under the Surface thing with the song. And like there's a lot of pressure, but the Fool doesn't have anything. The Fool only has like one thing with like some of his belongings, like not a lot of them, right? Just what he needs. And he's taking on a new adventure, and that is being emphasized by this Knight of Wands, in my opinion. Which is just movement forward, like just sprinting forward. And I'm seeing towards your destiny for some reason. I just noticed like there's like a thing on this praying mantis. I hit the mic. I'm so sorry. And it looks like the North Node. So maybe this is coming through right now. There was a change in North Nodes recently on like January 19th, if I'm not mistaken. It moved to Taurus. Okay. The North Node was in, I think, Gemini before, and it moved on to Taurus. So maybe this is coming through as a result of that, but it doesn't matter. The case here is that this is you moving forward towards your destiny, because the North Node represents your destiny. Let me get some charms for you, actually, just a few of them. So, okay. That's enough. So yeah, I mentioned yoga. That's interesting. This is the what's it called? Is it I feel like that's what it is, but I'm not sure what it is. This for me, it represents just spirituality, but specifically I see a lot of people like that do yoga that have that symbol. I'm not even sure what it is, to be honest. Kind of ignorant, you know. But you got the corset and the little pipe. So this pipe is always for me a message of everything is not what it seems. So just take that as it resonates. So I don't know if maybe you feel like you have a lot of pressure, like you feel very overwhelmed. But maybe if you or maybe you feel like you can't afford to nurture yourself or take time for yourself. I want another one. I don't know why. And But it's like, if you look closely at your routine, you could probably sneak in at least one thing that you can do daily to nurture yourself, or at least be there for yourself when you need it. Like, I feel like you are there for everyone all the time, and you are not there for yourself, and maybe no one else is there for you. That's how it's coming through. You got the little mushroom and the damn, it just keeps falling. And the spider. So the spider for me is very Eight of Pentacles energy. So this is working on something. So like I said, it's like, I feel like you do a lot. It's like you're always at work. Like, it doesn't have to be like at work literally. It's like you're always doing something for someone else. Like, you don't have time to catch a break, or at least you tell yourself that. Or maybe it really doesn't feel that way, that you can, like, that you have an actual break. But it's like, if you really, like, again, if you really examine your routine, you could slip in something, you know, that's for yourself. Maybe there are things in your routine right now that your soul is saying, like, you don't need to be doing this. Things that you took on that maybe are simply not your responsibility. Or maybe there are things that you just piled onto your back that you really don't need to be doing, that are not necessary for you. Maybe you don't even like them. You just did it out of like a sense of responsibility. And it's like you're experiencing, if you are not experiencing it right now, you will soon. It's like this experience of burnout. And once you experience that, if you haven't already, you're going to be forced to stop. Because if you're burned out, you can't even think straight, okay? But it's like, going back to the song, it's like, there's this pressure, but you are it's like you're still there. It's like you've been through a lot with this mushroom thing, because the mushroom for me is like, the mushroom can grow anywhere. Like, mushrooms grow anywhere they have a chance to. Like, sometimes you go to sleep and then you look at your yard and it's full of mushrooms and you don't know where the fuck they came from. Like, they thrive in almost every environment, if I'm not mistaken. And it's like recognizing your power, especially again with this corset. The corset for me talks about confidence, but also empowerment, right? To recognize yourself for this, because I feel like maybe you feel sometimes like you are a slave to what you do, in the sense that you feel like you don't have a choice. It's very much an issue here of feeling like I have to do this and I don't have enough control over it to stop doing it, or at least I don't have the luxury of taking time for myself, and that's completely understandable. But oh my god, I hit this completely. Jesus Christ. Sweet Jesus. But you really need it. Like, you really need to take that step back for a second. Cancer didn't come out. Like, this is the Cancer charm. I'm looking at it because it really reminded me of with what I said about the North Node, like North Node in Cancer. Even though it's not in Cancer right now, you could have that in your chart though, so check it if you want to. But it's like, you don't need to be the strong one all the time. And if you're being forced to do that, let's say because you really maybe do have all these responsibilities, but sometimes they are placed in you, but they're not exactly yours. And you are actually, you are allowed to say no. Like, you are allowed to decline something. You can say, no, sorry, I can't. You don't have to explain why. Like, you don't and they ask why, like, I have something to do, or like, I have already enough on my plate, and that's it. Because you can actually, that's why you have you do have control over that. So maybe when you get some things off your back, which I believe that you will, especially with this Fool card right here, your soul is like, okay, put those down and let's take a break for a minute. Don't put something down to just pick a new thing back up and like 2 minutes later, okay? actually, it's just, when I say take a break, it doesn't even have to mean like taking a break from everything that you're doing. Just like taking like a step back and allowing yourself to sit down in every area of your life, just emotionally, physically, mentally, just one moment of solitude, of quietude, right? And then if you have to, you can keep going. But it's to the point that the main thing here is that you are the point is that you don't get to experience this burnout, right? Because you are very much in need of rest, in every sense of the word, right? But especially it's like this almost like hyper independent energy, because you feel like you can't ask for help. For some of you, or maybe for many of you, asking for help could maybe it's not an option with people that are around you right now. But I'm seeing that you can actually get support in some way. This could be literally by support, because it's being emphasized to me, so I have to say it. Maybe you are going to be able to make some friends, let's say online, or maybe you think that maybe you have friends or maybe a family member that you don't think is going to help, they're going to help you, but then you reach out and they're like, of course I'm going to help you, or something like that. So don't try to, if you need help, ask for it. If people say no, then like, okay, just, but it's like, I feel like if you ask for help, you're gonna get it. And you also deserve that help, right? So just because you have a lot on your plate, I know it's not realistic all the time, but it doesn't mean that you are not allowed to sit down for a minute, okay? It doesn't mean that you're not allowed to go have some fun from time to time. It doesn't mean that you're not allowed to just take a second in your day and not worry about it. I promise, like, it's not gonna be, you're not gonna regret it. This is gonna stop you from burning out. It's gonna stop you from like, if you burn out, you're not gonna be able to do it anyway. Like, I don't have another way to say it to you. I had to say it just bluntly like that. Like, if you burn out, you're gonna have to stop anyway. Like, you're gonna have to take a break anyway, because you're not gonna be able to just do anything else because you're burnt out, right? So your soul needs this, not the protection exactly, maybe it does, but this laying in a nest, like in a fetus position, to be honest, not literally, but and just allowing yourself to be there in that moment without having your mind rushing over things. I almost bet that if you took a second to literally lay in that position or just sit down without doing anything, you'd probably start shaking. That's how overloaded your nervous system is, okay? And maybe not even your nervous system, just your emotions in general. Maybe you're gonna start, you will start crying if you did this. But this is what you need right now. I'm hearing absorb as well. So the need to receive. I feel like you're doing a lot all the time. And it's like you need to, okay, it's like it's your time to receive something. You are very active, very it's like, oh my god, how do I say this? I don't want to say masculine, because masculine sounds like a man, and that's not the case. That's not my point. When I say masculine energy, is like active energy, like energy of going for it, but it's like it's your time to kind of turn it around and allow yourself to receive instead of going after everything all the time. And I do feel like you can do it, okay? Of course, this is your personal situation, but the point is that you need this moment. Like, you need a moment, you need a break, you need to take time for yourself to self nurture, to just be, okay? So just be, you just need to be for for a while, okay? In order for you to keep going, okay? So that's all I have for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Thursday at 12 p.m. EST and occasionally on Sundays. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you want. I do love my updates of the channel over there. And I also put out readings occasionally. If you want to buy me a coffee, I have my Venmo, my Cash App in the description down below. It is never expected, but it's always very appreciated. I wish you the best of luck on your journey and much, much love to you. Bye-bye.